YouTube, it's Tracy from Entrepreneur Girl, and today is video 4 in our Your Life 2016 playlist series. And the reason we're doing this series is because it's almost 2016, and also we want to really work on our personal and business development. So far in this series, we've talked about our priorities, which were our big rocks. We broke those down into goals that we have for the next year, and then we broke those down into visual boards, both personal and business, of our top goals that we would focus on first and have a daily reminder of visually what we were working towards. So today we're kind of shifting gears a little bit. We're going to be talking about budgets. Now you're probably wondering, what does a budget have to do with everything? Well, I think it's really important that we figure out what we're doing with our time currently, which is schedules, which is tomorrow's video, but also what we're doing with our money, which is budgets, and that's today's video. So while it's uncomfortable, we're going to try to make it easy and quick and not a problem at all for you to do. So hopefully you're already utilizing budgets in both your personal and in your business life. It's very important to know where you are, to be truthful with your finances so that you can have a better handle on where you are and where you want to be. I personally like Dave Ramsey. Most everybody's heard of him. I'm going to go ahead and put his link down below if you haven't and you want to check him out. He has some free downloadable templates that you can use to get started on your budget. But the envelope system, a lot of what he says is very, very helpful, especially when you're just starting with the budget. And there's a quote on his website that says, after 3 months of budgeting, 84% of the population feels more in control of their money. And I really do believe that that is so true. I think if you have it written down, what your goals are, you have it written down, what your time is, if you have it written down what your money is, you do feel more in control, which is the point of why we're doing this, because we're really going to feel good about where we are and where we're heading before the new year begins. So let's get started with budgets. When we have a budget and we know how much we're spending on each item, and we can really get an overview of where our money is going. And when you do that and you start to analyze it line item by line item, you start to see some places where you can maybe omit or cut. I did this a couple of years ago. I took all the cell phone bills and I called the companies and I tried to find out what kind of deals they had where I can be saving money. I saved hundreds of dollars on my budget just by making a bunch of phone calls. Budgets make us accountable to where our money is going. And if we have an awareness and a mindfulness of where we're spending our money, then it makes us more tight with our money. It makes us more knowledgeable, and it helps us to tweak it a little bit so that we can actually make more money and pull money out of the budget. So an example of this is a couple of years ago, my husband went through it line item by line item. We called the cell phone companies, we called the cable company, and we saved hundreds in our budget because we were able to work out deals with the companies. They're always running specials for new clients, but the old clients never get anything. And so we had had the same services, the same companies year after year after year, and we kept getting our rates increased, not really getting any new perks or packages. And when we called and said, hey, wait a minute, we found out that there were all kinds of packages available to us. We just didn't know about it because we had never inquired. We just kind of blindly led through the same company doing the same thing. So it was great when we were creating a budget to actually be mindful of it, because once we started thinking about it, then we started thinking of ways that we could tweak the budget or make phone calls, or we don't need a landline and a cell phone because we never use the landline, so we omitted that, and we were able to actually make money by creating a budget. So that's my hope for you today, is that you will, one, have an understanding of where you are and where you're going to be starting from at the beginning of 2016. And then secondly, I hope you are able to project where you want to be at the end of the year. And if we have a budget and we know where your money's going, we know how much money you have to put towards inventory, if you're doing retail arbitrage or private label or anything like that, then you just have a firm understanding of what you have to work with. So I want to show you here, this is one corner of my office. I have desks that run alongside the wall, and this is the corner that I like to sit in because it's between two windows and has a lot of light. But right beside me I have all the sheets that we've been working on. So I'm going to zoom you in here. And you can see here, this is my big rocks. And then I laid out my goals. And then I laid out my schedule and my budget. And then this is my meal plan, which these are all things, I'm getting ahead of myself, that we'll be doing together here soon. And then this is my office space, my mess. It runs alongside all of that, and then back to the visual boards that we did yesterday. See my little, I don't know if you can see them, see my little Christmas lights? Maybe if I back up. You can't really see them. So I have to tell you guys that so far, just 4 days in to what we've been, so I have to share with you guys that the 4 days that we've been working on this together, I really am feeling good. I'm feeling very strong about 2016. I'm feeling very optimistic about hitting head on any obstacles that I reach. It's really helped me a lot. And I hope you join me for the rest of the series. I would love to hear your comments below. Comments that you've had so far with goals that you're going to try to hit in 2016, or obstacles that you're trying to cover being organized before 2016, videos that you think should be part of this playlist, experiences that you've had with goal boards or creating goals, or just any added value, added content to our YouTube family. That would be great. I'd love to hear them. I'm sure everybody else would love to hear them too, and we can encourage each other. So here's until tomorrow. I'll see you then, and I hope you have a rockin' night. Bye, guys. Hi, I wanted to show you this too. This is a budget toolkit that I got from Wells Fargo, which is where I bank. I know that most banks have something similar to this, as do investment companies like Charles Schwab and E-Trade. Couldn't think of the name of it for a second. These give you like questions that help guide you to where you want to go, determining your financial goals. And then it gives a nice budget worksheet where it talks about your monthly expenses and then breaks it down to home, personal, transportation, food. And I like the breakdown of this too. So I went ahead and took pictures of these, and I'm going to post these on the Amazon 360 Facebook group, which is free, by the way. There's no charge or anything to it. But I'm just trying to upload some files that I think might be useful to you so that you can utilize them in getting ready for your 2016. Here's my rocks, my 2016 goals, my schedule, my budget, and my meal plan. All right there on my board, right beside my computer.